it's supposed to be like only 30 minutes. I hope like we can fix like our device gonna be like very much better technology, so I can do the broadcast like 1 hour. I think it's better. So I don't have to like divide the 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is kind of, pain about. But yeah, so hey, Padagra, like our Paradise. Oh, by the way, I love Paradise. Bachelor in the Paradise, those like cheer everybody up. It's great. And so those are, as I it's continued to talk about the. So my mom was beating up that baby, because the baby were crying. But I totally think. So I researched it. White noise is really good for the crying baby, because baby fears really. Yeah, you can research it. But yeah. So. But it's so many years ago. But that time we had so much. We have to think. That time we were so. Think about it. 10 years old. It's a traumatizing experience for the 10 years old. Of course, to me, I was really shocked. That time, I ran out to that baby and to my mom and tried to stop. And she told me, she told me she told me like go. Just go to your bedroom. So I went to my bedroom, but I couldn't really sleep. I was like really worried about that baby, my youngest siblings, and she was still crying, but eventually she stopped crying. So that was great. Not great, but yeah. And the next day, but I checked her body. There is no bruise, so my mother was probably still. It was still. Yeah, she was not really hitting. Not too bad, not too heavy probably. So yeah. So those are some case of the like a sociology study part, but like that sometimes in the family, we've already talked about it in other like really safe good place too, like so many years ago. So that's great, but like that. We can always, of course, like like those kind of the things we get really angry. Don't hit the baby. It's my youngest sister or youngest brother. Why are you doing that? Why? It's like it's probably very confusing for educated child, and like around 10 years old, 11 years old, those. But the very, very blessed part is I had a really good teacher and good friends in the school. Those very sophisticated, good classmates and friends. So they are really good influence. They're like number one in Japan, which means in the world. One of the, America is also number one too. But in Asia, Japan used to be, and Japan is totally now too. It's number one. It's the best. It's best. So it's and sorry, maybe some of the Korean people didn't like it because they're so good at. Seems like they're so good at the advertising. Trying to make like Korea the best, seems like, or something like that. Yeah, Korean country of the Korea is it's a nice country too. It's very beautiful. So that's great. But yeah, we love Japan too, and it's never gonna change. So the good part is I always had, and so many people also had really good friends and good, like so educated, one of like number one, smartest kids in the class. Those friends and classmates, they are really good influence. They are so, brave and inspired, educated, very sophisticated. Um, so that's a good part. So it's probably saved me, and but I was really depressed when I was a child. It's so different person than me, and I mean now and past. So don't worry, it's really nothing now. So my first marriage was like falling apart. It's not good or anything, but at that time, oh hi, other person who came in before. But yeah, so it's my first marriage, like over the divorce, it seemed like it was nothing compared to some of my childhood. That child and me now is totally different person anyway. It's like a different human. So it's like oh, I feel sorry to that child, but yeah, like a Holocaust, we can always be aware. We can spread some of the awareness of our dysfunctional family, like a child abuse. We can be, like yeah, we can be. Sometimes it's a national awareness day to make for the child abuse and for the dysfunctional family. We should not. Every family, even successful family, even like parents graduated from like Harvard University or anything, same level like that, but not know anything about raising children. Don't know about that knowledge. Like they don't know how to speak to that child. Sometimes those things also exist in the past, like in the 80s or 90s. Those things also can happen. So it should be a national awareness day for our good family. Because every family, even as I said, even parents who are supposed to be so sophisticated, trying to make our better world or trying to make our child a best education. But sometimes things can fall apart. The marriage can fall apart too. Like physical fight is really not good. So we can always talk about it to talk about some of the past and make our world not repeat a bad part of the history. That's the only way we can recognize. We can do it. That's one of the only way. Alright. But anyway, thank you for the hearts, everybody. You guys are so wonderful, and I like you, all those wonderful people. We are so strong that we can open up and talk about it. So many years ago, like nearly 10 years ago, I already talked about it. The first thing is I talked about it, some of the like sexual abuse of the kindergarten teacher. There are so many wonderful kindergarten teachers too, but those kind of the molest. I was 20 years old. I talked about it, opened up about it, and talked about it in some of the Bible study. So, and I made one of the best friends who also had a similar experience. Several of the girls also really good friends. So, just like that, it's oh my gosh, it's over 11 years ago, or over decades ago. So yeah. Like that, we can always, after we open up and talk about it. I was 20 years old when first I talked about it. Some of those molest or those like sexual molest. It's over 10 years ago, and I talked about it. I've talked about it. More than 5 times, more than many times, more than 1 times. So now. Yeah, of course, all those words are, like all those feelings are over. So that's great. So by the way, I could talk about it when I was young, when I was only 20 years old, because I was far away from my other side of the world. Japan and America is so different country. By the way, sometimes now I'm not seeing the some of the comment part, because sometimes bad people trying to comment a bad comment sometimes, so those parts I just not seeing that comment, because it's kind of effect of the speech, trying to finish the speech. But there are so many good people too, so thank you, good people who are always here. I love you. We all love you. I'm gonna check who are here later on, and you can also contact me directly on the Facebook, or those Snapchat on a call, and leave a voice message. That's also the best way you can contact me directly. And I'm gonna check your Instagram. That way I can let you know some of the contact on the Instagram. I can show you my Facebook account. I can send you my Facebook account from the Instagram after I checked your profile. PR on this message mail is my profile, so I have to make it short, cut it short of those spelling, because on those broadcast we have only few words of the spellings. I mean the profile, the messages. So anyway, we have talked about, thank you for all those kisses and virtual kisses and the kiss and hugs, virtual hugs. And those are all very sweet and wonderful. You are wonderful. You're awesome. You guys are awesome. Anyway, and so that, I could talk about it so many years ago, because I was so far away from my family. So that's why it's made me more easier to talk about it. Those some of the molest experience to my mom and my dad by email. There's no way I would be so embarrassed. I would be mortified. So I could not be able to open up and talk about it, especially to my parents. There is no way if we are living in the same country. But anyway, me and my family went through so many things, those dysfunctional family part. But I know my parents also tried to do, many of the parents, not only my family, your family also try to do the best. Some family also, there are so many bad family too, but some family also trying to make a best in your family. Just like that, my family also, so those are some of the example you can listen example. But I know my family also try to do, my parents also try to do the best they can do too, by psychoanalyzing it, because I have studied some of those fields in the college, and read those the very important part of the books. I mean the books too. So I know I have those knowledge. I know some of the things, but so I could notice my parents also try to do the best they can do. They also have a love too. I know that part too. I know deeply. Alright, I just finished some of the segment talk. There are several segment talk on here. Oh, by the way, I love some of the other broadcasters who speak those sophisticated languages, or those vocabularies, also those billboard, the newspaper there. I love you. I really love not only fundamental vocabulary using it, but I know there are some people really wonderful people too. Anyway, I love you. If I follow you, that means I love you. But I also want to mention people who use those